Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In this episode we're going to be starting off the city in the sky. As you can see, yes, we are now in the sky. Well, we're on like, islands that, is meant to be a city, and yeah, but we're in the sky, we're really high up from where the cannon launched us, and there's actually the cannon to go back down. As you can see, the wind's really strong up here, and that's kind of how this temple is going to be. Every here and there, the wind's going to push at an angle like really strongly, and you're going to have to try to like not, be pushed away or fall off or anything. And you're going to be falling a lot throughout this temple. It's pretty annoying, but yeah, so once you land here, actually, the Ooccoos lets you know that there is a shop here that you can go ahead and buy stuff. If you do, it's basically just, things to refill your items, your bottles, maybe your lantern. I think, they have like oil and stuff. Yeah, bombs, nothing too special. They actually have potions too. Haven't actually bought any potions in this game, and I don't think you really need to, because there's a bunch of other things that are better, like the chew jellies, and that's, the soup, and that's all I can think of actually. But it's all good. Anyways, so yeah. We're going to be starting off the city in the sky. This isn't necessarily a temple yet. Well, this isn't the temple yet. As you see how strong the wind was, it's better off to, put on your iron boots when you, cross by. But I'm not going to do that because I'm just a badass. And, yeah, who cares? So, yeah, wind's really strong. Easier just to walk, actually, because there's no point to put it on and then off and then walk when the wind's fine and whatever. I'm going to have to hit this before the wind does come back. Actually, stop pushing me. That works. You want to hit this with your claw shot would be a lot smarter, because if you do use your bow, the wind will actually push it back, and keep that in mind because that will solve us a puzzle later on in this temple. So once you hit that and you get ready to enter the first door to the temple, it gives you this small introduction cutscene of all these islands in the sky, and yeah, this is it. And apparently they're not floating. They do have like, I don't know, propellers like moving and things, and that's how they're floating or something. I don't know. This is supposed to be, old modern type of game, and yeah. But anyways, here's like the introduction part of the temple, and here's a bunch of Ooccoos. Now you don't talk to these ones. These ones you use as chickens and kind of glide your way around, the temple and things, and that's kind of how you're gonna use them. You can actually throw them down. I think they jump back up or fly up. Yeah, they do. Okay. That's good, we know they're not dead. But yeah, you're gonna be falling into endless pits like this, like, into the clouds a lot. And see, I was just about to do that, but I don't want to. I'm gonna try to avoid that at all costs, but I'm not gonna be surprised if it happens several times throughout this, dungeon. But yeah, so go ahead and grab Ooccoos, and yes, you can grab them with your claw shot like that, and they hook onto it. We'll take on these enemies over here with the armor, the armadillos. I don't really know. I think that's their name. I'm not completely sure. I don't really care that much because they suck. They're stupid enemies, and you can hit them with their armor as well, so that's good as well. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's anything good in this pot. There is a piece of heart, so if you are missing a piece of heart, it's a good thing to get it. And here's like basically the introduction to the temple. This is like the main area you're gonna be in. This has like all the doors that leads to everything to it. Like the lobby of the temple. So yeah, here's one of like the big armor. I think they're actually like they take as much hits as the armadillo. So you just hit them like that. So that's like a double attack, because the jump attack is equal to like 2 normal slashes. So yeah, there you go. We went ahead and took him out, and first off, when you enter, you'll be like, okay, where do I go? Here, you can't really go there yet. Back here, you can. If you step on these blue platforms, they fall. And yeah, you're kind of like, confuzzled, because, there's this huge area and so many places to try and or head to. So what you want to do actually is head through here. You're going to want to hook onto this gate window thing and head through this area. This is kind of like the first place you want to take. This is the most important part. Not really, but this is where you want to start off, and you'll find these weird gear things. Go ahead and take out this. Yeah, we actually get to use our spinner again. I thought we were never going to use it ever since we got it in our Bedroom's grounds. And spam the B button until the bridge is actually like restored. You have to do this because the gears will like start moving the bridge until like, yeah, it makes it to the other side, and that's kind of how you do it. Basically, this is the first area you want to go inside once you head inside the dungeon, and then from here just use your claw shot and head over to the bridge. But keep in mind, like, the wind is strong and it can blow you off and you'll fall, you know, into the clouds. So you want to be careful while crossing through here, because for some reason the ledges aren't complete. There's like gaps in between them. It just makes it, you know, a bunch more tedious. I guess that was the point though, so you can fall off. Here's just completely broken actually. But we made it because the wind was blowing right before we started. I mean, ignore that Kargarok, because no point to fight them. They're easy to avoid. And in general, they're annoying enemies because you have to hit them twice and they fall, you know, down, and it takes forever to hit them the second time. But yeah, I'm just going to break all these pots, get whatever I can get, and let's continue on through this temple. So over here you'll find some stuff. You can't really do anything down here yet, so just ignore that. What you want to do is go ahead and claw your way over here, head down, and I think this is actually a small key that you'll be getting, and this will open up the door that is kind of at like the lobby area that I mentioned, one of the doors that we can head inside. So it's kind of like mainly you want to head here first because you're gonna have to go back here anyways, and if you don't want to waste time, just, you know, go the right way. Normally if anybody was playing this, they'd obviously go differently. No one would be like, okay, I'm gonna hook on to that, you know, gated window thing and, you know, go through there. It's actually the first time I didn't even notice it. So yeah, anyways, just quickly roll your way, and I think you can actually go through this door and you'll be fine. Yeah. But while you're leaving this area, you're gonna find a cutscene that's gonna happen, and will you look at that? Yes, this is a dragon. Looks pretty cool, and it's pretty strong. I mean, it just landed its feet on this bridge and it fell. I mean, that's really strong, unless the bridge was really that fragile and it was gonna break any second anyways. But yeah, so there's some plant things up here that are, you know, floating. We've seen this before, but you can't really do anything like with it yet. All of this stuff is gonna, you know, make sense once you do the specific thing. Once you like get, you know, something specific, and you'll understand everything. It won't be as confusing as here too. Like, how am I supposed to head through this door? Do I have to go to the window gate? What's this, you know, switch doing? Can't really do much with it. Let's just hook our way back in here and go around so we don't fall. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna try my best not to fall once throughout this. So far we're doing fine, so let's try to keep that up. Anyways, go ahead and make your way inside this door over here, and yeah, now that we have the key, you'll notice that there's actually a locked door right in front of you here, so it's a good thing we don't waste any time and check this room before deciding to head back. So yeah, it's back there now. What are we supposed to do now? We actually did this before, believe it or not. It was just in the previous room. We you know, drew up a bridge from the nothing, and how to do that is just use your spinner, and then these gears will, you know, do the rest of the work for you. Just, you gotta keep spinning. And actually, if you stop right before it's about to touch the edge, like just stop spinning, it will actually go all the way back down. So it's like, you know, a troll-a-lo moment. You know, I did this several times. I was just like, oh, okay, you know, it's gonna do the rest for me. But no, you have to keep spamming the B button until it completely makes it to the other side. I'm actually gonna wait a second. Yeah, just let the wind push, and then start rolling my way to here. And you'll find a bunch of Kargaroks. Really annoying because, you know, who wants to fight them? They make annoying noises, and if you try to aim anywhere, you know, aim on them because they're near you and you're like looking upwards. What's the point? Whatever. So anyways, unlock this door and head inside. And you don't worry, no Kargaroks would be indoors, even though we're not technically in. Well, yeah, no, we are. Just like fan things. It's a really nice temple. I really like what they did with this. Like, the atmosphere is amazing. Anyways, what was I gonna do? I was gonna take out my claw shot. You're gonna have to use your claw shot a lot. Like, you're gonna have to use it twice as much as you normally would. Now that might be like a pun or something that I'm referencing to, and if you get what I mean, good for you, because you're gonna figure it out anyways in the next episode. But we're not ending this one yet, I'm just saying in general. So what you want to see is you'll find the fans, they're really strong. You can cross by with your iron boots, and you'll have to do that in a second. And here there's a switch. Good thing we're seeing the switch, so we don't have to head all the way back here. But yeah, you want to hit this with your claw shot, not with your bow, because like I said, the wind is really strong, and it will, you know, push the bow, the arrow back when you shoot it. And that's what I mentioned earlier in the episode, when you should be using a claw shot, you know, like to hit the switch. So yeah, here you have to use your iron boots, and if you try to step in it without them, you'll just get blown away. So yeah, this is going to be really annoying. Actually, if you take off their armor, they can get blown away from the wind as well. See, you'll find the wind blowing in, but I didn't give them the chance. I just let them die. I'm going to let the wind blow this one. Yeah, so there you go. You know, they also use the armor for weight, and you know that's how they're never pushed away. But yeah, so this fan back here is turned off since we hit that switch, and now you can go through here because this fan will just be blowing you, and you won't even if you use iron boots, you'd fall through here, you know, these platforms, especially if you're moving really slow with the iron boots. But before I do go there, what you want to do is go ahead and head inside this room and open up this chest right here, because this chest is actually the first of many things we got throughout the dungeon, and that's the dungeon map. Yes, so we have the dungeon map. Things should be a lot easier. I don't even use the map, but whatever. Here's an Ooccoos. I'm gonna break these pots opening. Yeah, okay, yellow rupee works. It's fine, you know, money is good, and we should always be collecting some. I actually think we don't even need any more money for anything. I mean, mostly, the most money we're going to be using is to power our magic armor, and there will be a point in the series, you know, we are coming to really close. I mean, this is the final piece of Mirror of Twilight. Like, this city in the sky holds the final piece, so we are coming close to an end, but there is going to be a part throughout the game where we're going to have to use our magic armor a lot. And yeah, so you don't have to worry. This is basically like the final temple, but there still is like two more, one being the finale of it, and then one being just another temple. So like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it ending so soon. I thought like from here, like, oh, okay, you know, it's the ending right after here. It wasn't, which is awesome actually. I think the fact that we still have side quests to do. I mean, we've collected almost everything in the game, which is awesome. Like, literally everything is almost complete. Our pieces of heart, we're going to collect 2 throughout this temple, and then our bug collection is actually complete. I forgot to mention that. I think we completed it in the last episode. Or no, around when we were at the Temple of Time. And yeah, so like everything's coming to a close, you could say. Anyways, let's go ahead and take out these nasty enemies that are in here. You just want to make sure you use your Galbon ring. It's kind of nice how you're using, you know, older items and things, you know, that you got throughout the temple, like the spinner and now the Galbon ring and whatever, you know, really cool. And we're using the hook shot a lot. You know, it's a pretty nice thing. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wait for, you know, this. Yeah, you can see they're all timed. Like it's a specific time where they go on and off. So you just want to use that for your advantage, and you know, like that way you can maneuver around without much problems. But yes, anyways, make your way through here, and let's see what else is, you know, inside the temple. So here's like they lock you in, like, oh no, I'm in trouble. There are 2 Lizofos, you know, Dino foes, scary guys. Just wait until they come near you actually, and you can just do this right here, and they'll fall down. That's actually it. If they actually jumped in sync, I wouldn't have got hit by one of them, and I would have just did that, and it would have looked so much cooler. But yeah, so you can just knock them off of the platform you're standing on, and you don't have to like worry, you know, and you know, waste time fighting them because they're not fun. I mean, yeah, they won't drop, you know, any goodies, but let's be honest, we don't need any from them because they're trash. No, I'm kidding. But don't worry. I mean, if once you head up here, this pot, so that will replace what would have, you know, spawned out of them, and it's actually giving you some good rupees and a piece of heart as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and use this weird switch thing. Want to claw onto it, it will pull this down. This is kind of similar to the ones in the like bed temple, but you know, these look like chandeliers rather than the other one just being a normal hook switch that, you know, sinks down. Anyways, what you want to do is go ahead and grab an Ooccoos, and I think I didn't mention that you can just do this so they can claw onto you, but you have to be kind of accurate when trying to grab one. But yeah, so there's really strong wind here, and that's what we activated with clicking that, well, pushing down that chandelier switch. And yeah, you kind of want to do that to maneuver around and have it give you a nice boost of speed. Or it doesn't, not really boost of speed, but like a nice boost, you know, so you can go higher and go through this door. So yeah, this room is kind of neat. You know, you don't have to do it in any specific way. If you fall, you fall. It's whatever. This is like a really relaxed room that's in the temple that kind of just gets you used to all the mechanics that are in this temple. I really like this room because you're just floating around basically. But anyways, yeah, I want to make my way over here and open up this chest for some more rupees, because rupees are good. Let's be honest. Even if they don't help us, like I said, they'll help us in the magic armor that we're gonna be using our so. And this is the switch I was talking about. Like this is like the hook switch, the signaled hook switch that we all know. Like it's universal, you could say. Anybody who sees the switch, like, oh, you use a hook shot to claw into that. That's kind of how it works. Not really, but I mean in this game it is, even though it's only Link who does them. But yeah, anyways, make your way over here. Let's go and claw into this. Like I said, there isn't anything crazy in this room. It's just everything's flat out there. You know exactly what to do without even trying. So please grab onto this Oocco. And yeah, it's kind of weird. These, like, they talked to us before. These are people. It's like their city basically, but we're using like as chickens. Well, they're all like chicken people. I don't know what the hell they are. They look weird. They look really creepy because they have like a human face with a chicken body, and that's not cool at all if you ask me. But yeah, so anyways, in this room there is some more gusty, blowy things. I don't even think there's anything special up here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way inside this next door over here and see what lies ahead. Alright, so this room, yes, we're basically pretty much at a halfway point throughout the temple. This room basically, as you can see, this reminds me a lot of Wind Waker, actually, how there's like a huge room like in levels, like height wise, and you're like, how am I supposed to go up and down, and you end up figuring out. So what you want to do is just go ahead and slowly guide your way all the way to the bottom of this room. That's basically your point. As you can see, like in the once you went inside the room, like how it showed you the cutscene of that door that's on the bottom, you just try to make your way to it. It's not hard at all, actually. The only problem is these big fans can push you out of there, and once you make it out of there, you automatically like respawn. So that can be pretty annoying. Hopefully I don't fall. Okay, we're good. Just go ahead and drop down here. I'm gonna grab a new one because the other one is losing gas or something. I think once you make it to this point, you're fine. Just find a good place to jump off to where we want to land. I'm just gonna jump over here because it doesn't really matter where exactly I jump. So, as you can see, there's a lot of Ooccoos just in case one fell, and even if they do fall, you can. Okay, he won't fall. They come back up. So that was really good timing by the Oocco actually to like fall, so I can like mention what happens when they do fall, even though I did before earlier in this episode. But speaking of episodes, I think we're gonna end off this one here, and in the next episode we're gonna see what's beyond that door. So let's head inside.